All right, welcome today, viewers. We've got a delightful little review coming for you. We're actually looking at the NPET LED headlamp. It's one of those kind of unsung tools in your toolbox. You know, you're ever working on something in a dark area, oftentimes a cramped area, and you need a little bit of light, but you need your hands to do the work as well. I highly recommend a headlamp. It frees up your hands. Can orient them, like say, on your head so it follows you wherever you're looking, so you're giving light where you need it. And as you'll see, there's a number of other kind of nice functions that you can use these in places you haven't really thought of before. So again, this is just a headlamp that we've got, LED headlamp. It's got a couple of nice features kind of shown on the box here, and we'll go through these again as we open it, but they're talking about a dropping height of about 10 feet or 1.5 meters. So that's really nice to know. Oftentimes if you're working at heights, you've got a headlamp on, or whatever, if you drop it, it's going to be durable. Brightness, it says it's 320 lumens, so that's about half of what a 100-watt light bulb would be. Obviously, it's hard to compare that because a light bulb shines everywhere. This is going to be a focused beam, but they do say it can shine about 150 meters or figure 450 feet, which is a long distance for a focused beam. Again, anti-rainstorm, so it's an all-weather device. That's a big factor there. Again, if you're working outdoors, a lot of times you're going to be exposed to the elements. You want something that's going to last and not corrode or break down on you. 420-minute working time, so it's about 8 hours. So a full shift if you're working a night shift, which is good to know that you're not having to worry about changing batteries, and that's if you're wearing your headlamp all the time. In most cases, I'm using mine for maybe 15 or 30 minutes at a time, but it lets you know that you're only changing batteries, maybe once a month. You're not constantly having to think about, well, is my headlamp charged or not? And then just the last thing here, just the Ip65 Waterproof. Just if you were to drop it and submerge it to a certain depth, I think it's something like 15 meters, but at that point, are you really getting your headlamp back? So just keep in mind it's durable, it's rugged. That's what you're getting with this. And we'll unbox it here and have a look. So maybe we can try and get this thing open here. It's a snug fit. All right, so one of the things that I am seeing here, and I didn't mention to you, but it is a rechargeable headlamp, so that's kind of a nice thing. You don't have to be worrying about batteries. All the headlamps I've had previously are typically a AA or a AAA type source. And this is actually kind of nice because most of our modern work vehicles now have the USB hookup, so you can plug your headlamp in and get it charged quickly. So that's kind of a cool feature there I didn't touch on the other part. But as we're opening it up here, you can kind of see, like most headlamps, it has a nice adjustable settings here to work on, if you're trying to cast light at your feet versus say you're looking upwards, you can adjust back and forth. It's mounted on a nice heavy band here. It does feel to me to be a little bit more frictive, so if those of you who wear hard hats, it should stay on top of your a plastic hard hat pretty well. But it's not too abrasive when you put it on your head. It does feel comfortable. It's a little bit loose on me right now, but as you can see, it does adjust pretty easily with the back strap there. Just simply two kind of easy move little clips here. That's kind of nice. So let's get into the light bulb here without blinding people. You can see this is the charging port down on the bottom. Good place for it, so you're not exposing that to moisture and different things up on top. We'll give it a shot here. As you can kind of see, a pretty bright center light there. We've got a dimmer mode, so depending on what you're doing, you can, if you don't want that really bright light or you're looking closer to you, and then another dimming mode. So it can kind of work to the light conditions you're in, which is really nice. You have a strobe. This one actually appears to be SOS. You see 3 short and then 3 long. So that's a really nice feature, especially if you need help. You don't have to be worrying about trying to time out the flashes. You can set this, say, even if you had it in your car, and set that on the hood if you're trying to signal distress or something like that. So those are those functions. As you can see here, we also have the side-by-side red lights, so this would make it another great feature for, say, even just biking at night. You want to put something like that on your bike, you can let people know you're there. You have the hazards, or just the standard strobe with red. Again, just kind of letting people know of your presence without having to have the bright light on and ruining people's vision. You know, common question asked, why is it often red? Red is the only light at night which affects the human eye the least, so it preserves your ability to see in the dark without, or the most ability to see in the dark. So kind of some cool features there. I'm just going to open this up here just to kind of see what's going on, if you can. It's pretty well sealed, but it definitely looks like you're able to open it. I think I've got to pull these back ones, and I'm guessing that's if you had to get in here and maybe clean the lens or have a look at anything. Again, you kind of look in here, it's nice LED lighting. Everything looks pretty nice in there. The nice reflective mirroring, so you should get a nice bright light with it. Mounted on a pretty sturdy thing here. Trying to think of what other items that I would want to talk to you guys about. Again, putting it on just to see what kind of the comfort level feels like. Let me get the band so it's not rolled here. And then you can see, as soon as I can figure out how to tighten it, pretty good. Again, it seems like it's a good location for the buttons, easy to reach, easy to hit. You know, you can kind of go up and down with your strobe, but seems to stay on pretty well. Overall, I would be very pleased to have this work for me. Again, a nice rechargeable, so you aren't worrying about batteries, rugged design, comfortable wide band that seems to stay on, adjustable, all the different light settings we talked about. Highly recommend this NPET LED headlamp.